What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, may not be able to see it, but there's a JDM rear bumper up there. We're gonna peel that thing. I just put on some new tires on these Volt, some Continental Extremes, the 255 45 17Rs. A little bit big, kind of just going inside, getting rid of these pinch welds up here, hammering this guy back a little bit, trying to make some room. This side seems to be the worst side. So just gotta put a little more love into some areas around here. So nothing too big. I'll be trading these fenders. I'm gonna be going back to the OEM setup. Not that I don't like the carbon fiber fenders, but for a daily, I just don't think they're, if it was like a show car and all that stuff, great. But for me, I'm not a real big fan of them. Fitment's, you know, not exactly all that great. They look good, but from afar. Hopefully swapping these tonight. Headlights are restored. Things look way better than what they were previously. This is nothing but doo-doo butter, so I'm just glad that they look good now. That guy's gonna come down and I'm going to start stripping the wrap that's on it. Currently it's a Nardo gray. I'm gonna be getting that off, sending that to my buddy Kevin. There's some other stuff in here, but you know, I have the JDM hookup and all that stuff for the license plate right there. So I'm ready to rock and I'm ready to put it on the car. Anyway, let's strip some wrap. Fenders have been traded. Braces are getting putting on, welded right there. Let's put this car back together. Fitment by far has been the biggest struggle so far. Really had to get up in there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but had to really hammer in those pinch welds to just get up in there. Cut a little bit into the new fenders. Not too worried about it. I'm probably gonna have to get rid of that little lip down there. Again, not too worried about it. I do like the little $10 wide body. I like it personally, but you know, some people say it's tacky. You just basically put a little bracket back there that's like 1 inch long, and you just attach it there, and then you put the fender on the outer portion of that little bracket, and it stances it out a little bit. Fittings meh on it, but in all honesty, I think this right side's been hit at one point. Fast forward to tomorrow. Bam. I dig it, man. It works. It does the job. I'm happy with it. Let's go for a spin. All right, so we are at the base of Ogden Canyon. Check out these fender braces. Driving around town, it's not exactly, you know, I notice a difference driving around town. Definitely gonna know a difference once I start driving through this canyon. Everything feels more fluid. It's not like the car is trying to catch up to where I'm turning. It feels very, very fluid. Oh yeah, oh yeah. something like that readily available, you may want to look into a drill and tap or find a fabricator, install them, and then take it over there. And look at that. So, bumper has seen some better days. A lot of the stuff I'm doing body-wise is actually because of a neighbor. He said he would do a cut and buff for free. Said he knew what he was doing. Really liked enjoying making cars, you know, look really well. You get what you pay for, so don't trust free cut and buffs. That's for sure. We're gonna be replacing the bumper today. I got back from paint, which let's turn on some lights. She looks nice. So for us to do this, I believe it's just a couple 10 millimeters. I need an 1/8" drill in order to cut out a couple of the rivets. A couple little things on the side. I did buy a rivet gun. It's a cheapo from Harbor Freight. We'll see how it works. I'm not expecting the best results, but I'm gonna put it on. I wanna see what happens. More than anything, I'm probably gonna have to remove the rear section of the exhaust due to the fact that they run a little, the JDM bumpers run a little more inward, so the clearance isn't really quite there. So let's get into it. So first thing you want to do, you want to remove your tail lights. They're just some Phillips head screws. Just pop them out from the side, give them a quick little wiggle, pop it out from the back over here. 1 second, because doing this one-handed is terribly weird. Pop out like so. There's a little connector right here. So it's just a little tab like that. Just pull that guy out and that's it. Taillights are out. Don't be like me. Fully aware that I need to drill something. Thought I left my drill here. It is not here. Do not be like me. You got all these holes you got to rivet out. And you got to drill out. You got to drill these guys out. Not sure what that is. I didn't have it on each side, but at least the inside ones need to have a bolt. Not sure where these ones go to. I believe you have to remove those inside bolts of the trunk. I believe you have to. Don't quote me on it. But I'm gonna see if I can go find a drill real fast. So just a little drill. 3/16 is what it is. That's what it takes to get these guys off. Let's get those guys off on the side. So now we got those guys out. There are these 4 little bolts or nuts that go through here along the inside, so you're gonna have to pop your little liner. She should be able to come off. Oh man, this guy sucked. I just tore it out of there. I can easily just zip tie it. I'm not too bothered by it, but it's completely disconnected now. Old bumper, new bumper. New bumper is empty. I'm gonna be pulling all of this stuff except for the foam and putting onto there. I have to modify the license plate bracket. I'll also be removing the stock crash beam. Get rid of this. Down the road I can opt to throw in the actual JDM one, but I'm not worried about it right now. It's weight savings anyway. Okay, these are held on by a 10 right there. That guy doesn't really matter, it's this piece of styrofoam holding up this end. So I'm going to take all this stuff off real fast. So this is now separable. There's these little tabs right there. Get it, Eddie. These little square guys. I broke a tab on each one just to make it easier to take off. So you can do as you want. All right, now that this thing is off, we're gonna have to drill out these 2 rivets right here. Now that these have been drilled, disconnect these guys for your lights. Move those off to the side. And then these guys backwards. Make them straight. This guy's off. These guys are bent. This is how it's gonna look. You do have to rivet this onto this frame, so you gotta separate it. But I just riveted it back on. Customer's car is about to get tuned, so not a whole lot of recording there. So this is how I just had everything done. I threw it on, made sure everything was connected first. Since I no longer have side markers, I'll probably just run this underneath right here and then do something over here. This clip is still going in. This one I can just tie back. Let's install this thing. She built. So we are going to have to remove this crash beam. So we'll remove it, but we're definitely gonna have to do something about this exhaust. I don't think it's gonna fit. So when we're done with tonight, I'm gonna take off that rear crash beam, but tomorrow we'll come back and put it on. That way we're just gonna knock out all the welding all at once for the exhaust and then the intercooler piping. So let's skip to tomorrow. Bam! Magic. This dude, for whatever reason last night, dude who brought us the car, installed it, everything, did this and that. Sorry, Celso. Well, if y'all can see that, I don't know if you can. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can get you a better picture. Let me see if I can get you some better video. You guys see that right there? It looks like paper towel. Just for future reference, whenever you're installing a manifold and a turbo, blow both out. The turbo was seized last night. Tried to start it. Good thing we caught it. But we're gonna have to pull that manifold out. Make sure that there aren't any more paper towels in the manifold runners. Try to get that out of the turbo. Brand new built motor. So I'm glad we caught it, because that's catastrophic right there. Anyway, back to this guy. I said I wasn't gonna use this, but it turns out you can modify it and just take this out and then just put this guy right there. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Change of plans. I just took off this one, and now I'm gonna cut off this one. Just doing a little grinder to these welds, prying it off, and then we separated them into a couple of tabs. It's gonna lay flat. We'll pull the bolts through, do some Sharpie shit, and then worst case, we just weld it to the chassis. So we made some cutouts. Everything's nice and flat. These are the pieces that we're gonna weld right here. And then we're just gonna throw it on. We've been dealing with Celso's car, so we've been kind of neglecting this. New intercooler piping too is that new intercooler piping though. Flat. Okay. Maybe I'll trim these down while I'm here. Yeah, why not? So this was the USDM rear bumper support or bumper brace. I'm gonna see how well this fits. I don't know, but we're gonna put it back on and see how it goes. Best way to hold up a trunk. I think it looks great. I need to come in, take off this rear section of the exhaust because it's hitting over here. I knew it was gonna happen, but this guy right here, there's something digging up, so I'm gonna drill a couple holes, throw some rivets in there, bring that back up. Oh, because Jesus, the thing does not want to go up, so This side came out pretty decent. Yeah, wasn't so bad. Don't get me wrong, it's not perfect, but it's whatever. Let's see if I can fix it tomorrow. May or may not have got a little into it last night, so I had a bunch of people here. I didn't really want to record anything because I am still camera shy with that kind of stuff. Anyway, fitment is a lot better. I did this to both sides. So we got old man noises. So drilled 2 holes on this side. Tried to throw in that rivet on the right, the shiny guy. That's a rivet. Tried throwing that one through the parts. It didn't want to go through. That's fine. So then I just drilled another hole, put a zip tie through it, threw a zip tie through that hole, and it fits perfectly. So not gonna knock it. The bumper in general fits really well. I told you guys that I was using that USDM bumper brace. That blue guy right there, that's the USDM bumper brace. So I'm just gonna go through, clean up some stuff. There's that little rat's nest of wires over there. I'm gonna take care of that real fast. Exhaust wise, I'm gonna clean that up. We're gonna push this back like maybe an inch or 2, cut this guy back a little bit. It's a fairly long exhaust tip, so I'm going to trim that up. But I've always wanted a JDM bumper. I'm glad I got to put it on. Slowly but surely, this car is coming around. Like and subscribe if you guys want to see some more Evo content. Next video is going to be where I show you how to get ready for a tune, whether it's street or dyno. Just some things that I go over to make sure that my car is in tip-top shape prior to me bringing it to the tuner. So, until next time.